Let me start over here. So welcome to the first session from week number 3 of our advanced level. Did you get the email about the schedule, the
Yeah.
planning of November?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's see what we're going to talk about today. In this unit, we are going to discuss global issues matter regarding the world, and we're going to pay attention to superstitions to learn how to report different classes, okay? We're going to learn how to, we're going to recall a little bit about passive voice, passive structures, and reporting clauses using active and passive voice, okay? And of course, we're going to practice as usually. So I have a question for you. What is a superstition? What do you think, remember, recall is a superstition?
Okay. It's a kind of uh, thing, I think,
Yeah. A
about
thing of thing. Is that very clear?
yeah. It's about maybe I don't know event or
Event.
event.
Remember? E at the beginning. Okay. And then the V sound. Event.
Event maybe
There you go.
will happen in the future.
Okay. So it's a kind of event that will happen in the future.
Yeah.
In the future. Okay. But what is the difference between a normal event that happens and a superstition?
Uh,
Because usually we could say maybe that an event that will happen could be a prediction, right?
yeah.
Entonces, what could be the difference between the superstition and maybe a prediction?
Uh,
What do you think?
the superstition is about sensations.
Okay, sensations or feelings?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, a superstition it is a belief. Do you remember what is a belief?
Yeah.
Okay. Or a practice as well that could be irrational because superstitions not always have a fact or a rational base, right? So sometimes they are irrational or supernatural, ¿cierto? Practices. So these are kind of things or situations in which, or events, as you mentioned, in which the conditions or the things that happen are irrational or sometimes supernatural, and they are, let's say, done by people, right, in general. Okay. Do you know any kind of superstition, maybe? Is there any kind of superstition that maybe you remember that it's popular in Colombia, or maybe that you believe on?
Um, I don't know. I don't believe in these superstitions,
Okay.
but
So you don't usually believe in them.
yeah, yeah, but I don't know. For example, um, I don't remember the word.
Okay, if you want, you can say it in Spanish and then I help you. If I know the word, of course.
Esconderse.
Hide.
hide behind of table in December
Okay.
for uh,
Like
get
in
a
Christmas?
get a partner in the future.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that one. So you have to hide behind a table while Christmas, or is
yeah,
there
in
a
New Year,
specific date? Ah,
in
on
New
New
Year.
Year's Eve. Okay, underneath a table on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve to get a partner,
Yeah,
right? Is
couple.
that one? Yeah, couple, a partner.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was thinking of maybe, I don't know, tossing salt, which is one of the most popular ones that some people don't like to toss
yeah.
salt because they consider that it's a way of getting by bad luck, or maybe that you should toss salt over your shoulder, ¿cierto? Or, well, not tossing, but passing salt. And then the other one is to toss or tossing salt over your shoulder. Have you heard of that one? That you get salt and throw it over your shoulder in order to get good luck?
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Well, we could talk hours and hours about superstitions and different types of superstitions. Now we're going to read about some beliefs that people have around the world. Okay. So I'm going to start talking about Turkey and then you help me with Brazil. Okay. So in Turkey, many people agree that when someone goes on a journey, you should pour water on the ground behind him or her to bring the person back safely.
Okay.
Go ahead and read about Brazil. What do people in Brazil do?
In Brazil, people claim you should enter a place using your right foot to have good fortune.
Do you pay attention on like what feet do you use or something? What kind of food?
No.
I don't think I have done that either. That's crazy. Okay, in Russia, look into a broken mirror will bring you bad luck. I think we have that one as well in Colombia, right? That you shouldn't look to broken mirrors because
Not
it's
about looking
considered to be
into a broken mirror. It's more
bad.
uh broke mirror. Only
Ah,
broke a mirror.
to
Yeah.
break a mirror, you mean? Oh yeah, that's even worse. Okay, yes, yes, good. Okay. Go ahead and read about Italy.
In Italy, many people believe that if visitors toss a coin into the Trevi
Fountain.
fountain in Rome, they will return to that city in the future.
Okay, over here with the word uf, este es un sound. I'm not going to bore you with pronunciation things and all of that, pero it's the same as this one, and bueno, and in this one. Think about the sound like you swallow the sound. Listo, como si te comieras el sonido al final. So you don't say mountain, curtain o fountain, ¿cierto? Sino tú dices mountain,
Okay.
curtain, fountain. Okay?
Okay.
That's a pronunciation tip. Not everybody, if you pay attention to people, they will usually say, we hike a mountain. But that's not good. If you can check the pronunciation, and we usually swallow the sound, okay? Mountain, curtain, fountain. If you notice, there is a pattern over here, ¿cierto? T-A-I-N, T-A-I-N, T-I-N. Okay? It
Okay.
doesn't happen with all of the words, but with these three words, yes. Okay?
Okay.
So this one's fountain in Rome. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. In Japan, it's very bad luck to give a present that consists of 4 pieces. So a present that has 4 different pieces as edges or something like that. It's considered to be bad luck. Kind of weird, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Venezuela.
specific.
Yeah.
In Venezuela, some people say that if someone passes a broom over your feet, you will never get married.
That's something similar here in Colombia, right?
Yeah.
That you
Yes.
shouldn't get your feet from. Okay, listo, good. In Greece, you should place your shoes with the soles, the bottom part of the shoe, on the floor when you take them off, because overturned shoes are considered unlucky. That's crazy, no? Como
Yeah.
you should take your shoes. I don't think people pay attention of like how their shoes get once you took them out, right? Okay, nice. Did you know any of these superstitions that people have around the world?
Some, yeah, but
Which one do you consider to be the oldest one, the strangest one? The one that you said, what is this?
in this list, in Japan,
The one from Japan,
yeah, it's
right?
very specific, strange, I
Well,
think.
Japanese are very detailed,
Yeah.
right? They pay a lot of attention about details, so it makes sense for them. Okay, good. I would say the one about Greece. I mean, putting your shoes in a specific order, way very detailed as well. Okay, good. Thanks for sharing. So over here, we are checking some ways to use or report some of the superstitions that we have over here. So we have many people agree that you should pour water, or people claim you should, dun, 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 right? Many people believe that, or some people say that if. So over here we have some structures. We're going to learn about them in a moment. So let's start by talking about reporting clauses, okay? Remember that we have already talked about reporting, right? Kind of reported speech. So when we report, we are usually saying, repeating could be what somebody else says, right? That's what when we report. In these cases, when we report, we are saying something that somebody else said, think, or believe, okay? And to do so, to express these 3 different situations or moments, we can use some expressions, okay? Like, many people agree that, or some people say that. Let's see some examples. In Turkey, many people agree that when someone goes on a journey, you should pour water on the ground behind him or her. So over here, we are reporting, expressing what, let's say, the majority of the people think about this tradition or this belief that people have, right? Let's see another example. In Venezuela, some people say that if someone passes a broom over your feet, you will never get married. So over here, we're using the verb say to express what people usually talked about. Listo? Entonces, this is a way to report clauses using expressions like many people agree or some people say, okay? There are some verbs that we can use in order to do those reporting clauses. Of course, it depends on the context. If we have formal situations, like specifically when we write, remember that when we are writing, we usually mention that is a formal way of language, okay? And if we maybe are speaking, which is less formal, it's more conversational, we can use a different type of verbs, okay? So over here, when we are going to write or use very formal language, we're going to use verbs like argue, assert, claim, or report. Any of those verbs, okay? And then if we are in a little bit more relaxed context, maybe talking with our friends or something like that, we could say, we could use verbs like admit, agree, assume, believe, doubt, explain, feel, and say, okay? Questions maybe about the words, the verbs that we have over here?
No.
No? Good? Okay. Great. Okay. When we use this type of verbs, when we are reporting clauses, we can use, for example, besides from the ones that we have over here, we have announce, we have comment, ojo, comment, not comment, complain, confess, disclose, explain, inform, and reveal. ¿Listo? But when we use these type of verbs, we usually need to place an indirect object. So it's a type of object that we need to include, okay? And in this case, we are using that because it helps us to be a little bit more clear. ¿Listo? Entonces, let's see some examples. Several people agree with me that logic, not superstition, is the best way to make decisions. Max explained to the teacher that a black cat never means bad luck in his country. And number 3, most of us confessed to the class that we believe in superstitions. Okay? So you have to pay attention with those verbs. And in this case, we include that. Okay?
Okay.
And let me show you, I have here about the direct and indirect object. We have already talked about the direct object, right? Previously. When we want to find the direct object, we usually answer to the question, what or whom, right? He bought an umbrella. So we usually ask the question, what did he buy? An umbrella, ¿cierto? That's the direct object. But when we talk about an indirect object, we tell about to whom or to what, or for whom or for what the action is performed. Here, I am not just asking about the element or the object, but let's think a little bit about like the purpose of, ¿listo? He bought me an umbrella. So over here, we're checking or we're asking the question for whom or for what. ¿Listo? In this case, me is the indirect object, and then I can use the direct objects as well. He bought me an umbrella. ¿Listo? We usually place the indirect object right after the verb and then the direct object. ¿Listo? Depending on the case. So we can say, Sam made Sophie a dollhouse. ¿Listo? Who did he made it? For Sophie. So the person, ¿listo? Or the reason is the indirect object. And then the object is the doll's house. Or Sam made a doll house for Sophie. That is another possibility. ¿Listo? Or I gave Tony the empty baskets. ¿Listo? Keep in mind that when we use indirect objects, sometimes they are not always present in the sentence. ¿Listo? Sometimes we can omit it. Okay? And when we have phrases or clauses, that can be direct objects as well. For example, we knew that the trip was canceled. So the trip was canceled could be, in this case, the direct object. ¿Listo? Y es toda una phrase. Here, I do not have an indirect object because with knew, I cannot ask the question to whom or for whom, ¿cierto? Because the trip was canceled. Okay?
Okay.
Entonces, ahora sí, let's go back. Now that you have it a little bit clear about the indirect object. ¿Listo? Okay. There are some nouns as well, okay, that we can use when we report clauses, okay? Also can use that in this type of clauses to help in the meaning or to make the, let's say, the phrase or the clause clear. ¿Listo? And since in that case, I want to be very clear and specific, I need to use the that. ¿Listo? It's not optional. It's kind of mandatory over here. So in those cases, we are going to make the reporting clause using words like accusation, argument, assertion, claim, comment, decision, explanation, remark, response, and suggestion. Please notice that here we don't have verbs. ¿Listo? These are nouns. Okay?
Okay.
Do you remember nouns?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking, confirming, just in case. ¿Listo? So we can make also reporting clauses using these type of nouns. Let's see some examples. Bill made the assertion that he'd have no luck at all if it weren't for bad luck. Or Liliana repeated her argument that only foolish people believe in magic. Or the class rejected Niren's suggestion that we cancel class on Friday the 13th. Entonces, please notice that in all of this, we are still reporting what people think, believe about a situation or something, pero we can use verbs as we check in this first part, this type of verbs, plus these ones, or también we can also use nouns, ¿listo? As a way to express those beliefs. The important thing here is that please notice that you have to use el that, okay? If you say Bill made the assertion, he'd have no luck at all if it weren't for bad luck. Entonces, no quedaría como tan clara the sentence, okay? So over here, we need to use the that in order to make it more clear, ¿listo? To be very specific about the information that we are giving, ¿listo?
Okay.
Questions about them or questions about the words, maybe?
Claim.
Claim. When you claim, you usually are, let's say, making a demand. So in this case, we could say, are you familiar with the word assertion? Maybe?
Yes.
Or como una afirmación, right?
Okay.
Or that's one possibility. Or claim can also be to when you demand something. Listo, pero no de demanda, ¿ok? No específicamente como una demanda legally, que también puede ser, sino when you are demanding something, like when you are, I forgot the word, let me think about it. When you are, no, yes, it is demanding. Cuando exiges algo, okay? When you're exigent about something, okay?
Okay.
So you claim. ¿Listo? Puede tener esa bad connotation de something that you are asking for, como en una assertion, como en una demanda, pero también puede ser that you are asking for something. ¿Listo? También, if I'm not mistaken, you can, when we use claim, that is asegurar, assert something, okay? So when you use, for example, I claim that, you are usually referring that you are asserting, ¿cierto? You're making an assertion about something. ¿Listo? Como
Okay.
asegurarse de que it's a very formal word. ¿Listo? Cuando pides, more specifically, something. Okay? Any
Okay.
other?
No.
No? Good? Okay.
Yes.
Listo. Okay. Over here we have the summary. Remember, we can use expressions like many people agree, some people say, agree, assert, all the verbs that we check, claim, report, assume, ¿cierto? And don't forget the formal and let's say informal. Over here is more conversational verbs that you can use. ¿Listo? And did you know or do you know any superstitions connected with these things? Animals and plants, days, dates, or months, household objects, clothing, food, colors, money, numbers, or weddings? Is there any superstition that you know about any of these?
Yeah. Yeah. For
About
example,
animals and plants, or give us an example, please.
with the clothing.
Clothing? Okay, what is it?
Yeah. If
Clothing.
you
Where?
wear I don't know how to say how do you say ropa interior?
Undies, underwear.
Underwear.
Bueno, see, if you are talking about more formal, you say underwear, listo. Or si es informal, you can say undies. Listo, pero you don't
Okay.
write undies, you can say it, undies. Okay, when you wear underwear,
Yellow underwear
yellow, yes.
in
So
New
it is
Year.
where, remember, yellow, it's a color, it's
Yeah.
a characteristic, o sea, un adjective, so it goes before the noun, which is underwear. So wear yellow underwear
In New
in
Year.
New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
In New Year's Eve. Yes, now I didn't have that one like on my mind. Okay,
For example, with the food, it's similar with New Year Eve's about grapes.
grapes, right. And lentils. Have you heard about the lentils?
Yeah.
That you need to put lentils como inside your pockets?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you know anything about animals or plants?
Animals is maybe a black cat.
The one about a black cat, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, good. Days, dates, months.
Dates maybe Friday 13.
Friday 13, yes. Listo. Objects from the house, household objects.
A mirror.
Ah, yes, we talked about the mirror. And have you heard about the umbrellas? That you
Yeah.
can open
Don't open
umbrellas
umbrellas
inside
inside
your
the
house.
house.
Exactly. Colors, I think this one about yellow. I think that Chinese, Japanese, or Asian people, they have a superstition about red color, but I am not sure. I don't think it's about clothing, but like on envelopes, like if you give money, it has to be inside of a red envelope or something like that. I'm not very sure about that. But talking about color here in Colombia, I have heard that people say that you should have a red wallet. especially for women. So you can, let's say, get more money, right? Or ask for more money. Did you know that one?
No.
You didn't? Yeah, a red wallet to get or attract money. Okay, numbers, the 13th, right?
Yeah.
Any other numbers?
Maybe 7 with in the
It's the
casinos.
lucky number.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and about weddings?
About weddings. I don't remember exactly, but I remember a little is the color of the dress.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what is the color that the wife for you to say don't shouldn't
Shouldn't,
the wife shouldn't dress.
which is
eh,
what color?
I
Black?
don't remember exactly the word the color.
I think maybe black, no? Because they should wear white because white resembles como purity and something like that. Pero the colors that she shouldn't, I didn't know. I have no idea. I would say black, cierto? Pero I'm not sure. Interesting. I have one about weddings that is related to como the elements or the garments that she needs to have, the wife or the bride to be, which is one thing that she bought, one gift, and something blue. Have you heard of that one?
A little.
So I don't know it pretty well, as you mentioned, but she needs to have something given as a gift. I'm not sure if it's something from her mom or something that she buys, and then something blue that she has to wear. She needs to wear those three elements. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And I would say many people in Colombia agree that a wife needs to wear three elements. Something given, something, I think it's stolen or something like, no, I'm not, I'm kidding, I'm not sure. And then something blue. Okay, listo. Remember that a reporting clause is a clause in which you show that you are right or that you are talking about something that somebody else said or thought, right? Remember the beliefs and all of that. Listo? There is another example over here, which is several people agree with me that logic, not superstition, is the best way to make decisions. That is another form. Listo? Or Max explained to the teacher that a black cat never means bad luck in his country. Okay? Remember that some of them need an indirect object, okay? And that we can also use reporting clauses with nouns: accusation, argument, assertion, claim, comment, decision, explanation, remark, response, and suggestion, right? Including the that.
Okay.
Ready to practice?
Yes.
Okay, so this one says, using the words in parentheses, we're going to rewrite the sentences using reporting clauses, in this case, in simple past, okay? So let's see the example that we have over here. We had an irrational fear of spiders. Entonces, when we rewrite the word, the phrase, we're going to use the words Luis, admit, and his friend. So Louis admitted, past, to his friend that he had an irrational fear of spiders. Okay. Number two, some people really are luckier than others. Mean, agree, me. Here we have an indirect object. Listo? There are too many pigeons in the park. Many people complain and park staff. Number 4, he had spent his father's lucky dollar on candy. Marco confessed his mother. Number 5, it's bad luck to step on a crack in the sidewalk. Marcy explained her little sister. Okay. And the day he met his wife was the luckiest day of his life. Felix announced his wedding guest. So we're going to do number 2, number 3, and number 4 only. Listo? And I'm going to leave you number 5 and number 6 as additional practice. Okay? And let's see, we're going to check to count 4 minutes. Okay? Well, I'm going to give you 5. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, questions about the words first before we start. Do you have questions about the words?
What is pigeons?
A pigeon is an animal. So it's this lovely animal that you can find in Bogota around the
Okay.
Plaza de Bolívar chasing you.
Okay.
Not a very friendly animal to people. Some people hate pigeons. Any other?
Uh, sidewalk?
The sidewalk?
Yeah.
The sidewalk. This is the place when you are on the street. This is the place where you walk, the special place, path, lane in which you walk. So this one, let me see the images, friend. This is the sidewalk, this part, the special place in which you can walk. Yes?
Okay.
Not on the street, but the special place for peasants. Okay, for peatones.
Okay.
So this part, that is the sidewalk. Any other?
No.
Okay. Go ahead. 5 minutes counting, okay? There you go. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you did all of them. Ay, wait, yeah, the timer. Ay, bueno, the idea was to do till number 5, but when you did all of them, no problem. So let's check them. May agree with me, indirect object, that some people really are luckier than others. They're missing the S, okay?
Oh,
¿Listo?
yeah.
Okay, bueno, pero good. Number 3, go ahead, please read it. Many people.
Many people complain to park staff that there are too many pigeons in the park.
There you go, perfect. Over here to the staff, we have the indirect object as well. Marco confessed to his mother that he had spent his father's lucky dollar on candy. Bueno, good. We have the verb confessed, right? Go ahead, number 5. Marcy.
Marcy explained to her little sister that it's bad luck to step on a crack in the sidewalk.
There we go, good. Felix announced to his wedding guest that the day he met his wife was the luckiest day of his life. Oh, so cute. Listo, good. Questions about them?
No.
Good, clear,
Yes.
difficult?
No.
The important thing here is to remember, well, the type of verbs, of course, porque pues
Yeah.
no es que podamos usar any kind of verb, right? And then to include the that y in those cases that we need to add the indirect object that you can add it. Okay?
Yes.
Good. Now you know how to express what people, the majority of the people believe, right? Okay. Now let's check this sentence, the meaning. Oh, give me a second so we can recharge this. Espérame un segundito porque no salió el timer. Entonces, let's check if now we have it over here because I was checking that we didn't show the timer. Okay, good. Let me see. This is taking a long time. But let's see if by showing it, we can see them now. So pay attention to this sentence that we have over here. I know it is not presenting. Ah, there you go. He is known to be deeply in love. What do you think this sentence means? What does this refer to?
I don't know how to explain that. The boy is in love, but extremely in love.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? So he is very, very in love,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Extremely in love. Anything else?
But I think he know that
He knows.
he knows that he is in love. Yeah. He is, I don't know, how do you say consciente?
Aware.
Aware about
Uy, está
his love.
aware. Beautiful. He is aware of his love.
Yeah.
You mean? Ish, kind of. Bueno, in this case, I would say that more than him being aware, we would say that everybody is aware that he
Ah.
is in love, okay?
Okay.
So everybody is aware that he is in love, including him, of course,
Okay.
okay? But everybody knows that he is in love, okay? And look at the structure that we have here. Is known to be. What are we using here? What do you remember? Anything or no? You don't remember?
You don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, that's what
Yeah.
we're going to check. Don't worry. Don't worry. So in this case, we're going to talk about passive structures. Do you remember the passive voice that
Yeah.
I think you studied long time ago, right?
Yes.
We checked it a little bit about passive in the intermediate level, in one of the intermediate levels, but I think you learned about that like in basic levels, right? So remember that when we use passive structures, we usually hide the source of information, okay? Which is the agent, who is doing the action. When we use passive, we usually want to highlight the information or the action that is being done, not the person doing the action. ¿Listo? In English, when we usually start with the structure subject, verb, complement, ¿cierto? Which is the traditional structure, we are giving emphasis or we highlight the subject. That's why we start by talking about the subject. Let's say that this is what we pay attention a lot, ¿cierto? Le damos como ese énfasis a la persona, always. Bueno, la persona no, sino subject that is doing the action, okay? Because it could be an object. Pero in the passive voice, we usually give or place attention to the object rather than the person, okay? Got it? Entonces, when do we use it? Because we want to highlight the information or the object, and we don't mention the person, the agent, que es como the basic word that we use in passive, listo? And the agent is the person doing the action. Entonces, we do not mention the agent because it can be obvious, okay? Because it is not important, listo, or it's people in general, or because we don't know it, listo. For example, when you say a store was robbed, ¿cierto? Do you know who robbed the store?
No.
No, right? Entonces, because of that, we use passive. Okay, we don't say a thief robbed a store. ¿Por qué? Because we don't want to give the main attention to the thief, right? No importa el thief in this case. What is important is that there was a robbery and the store was robbed. That's why in English we pay attention to those events using passive voice. In Spanish, we also have passive voice, but it's not very common. We don't use it as much as we use it in English. ¿Listo? You can translate it, you can say, yes, una tienda fue robada, pero no es una estructura que nosotros en español, al menos en el español colombiano, usemos tanto, ¿cierto? Tú no ves las noticias y dices casi siempre como, la tienda fue robada el día de ayer, ¿cierto?
Yeah.
Pero in English, we use it a lot, all the time, especially on the news and especially when we write. ¿Listo? Entonces, now that we did this recap about passive, let's check the reporting clauses, pero in passive. Now we're going to still mention what people say, what people believe in general. Acuérdate que in this class we are learning how to express what the majority thinks about something. ¿Listo? Not especially superstitions, pero in general, ¿cierto? Estamos hablando de la opinion of the people, of the majority. ¿Listo? So when we want to report a general claim, mira, something that people generally thinks, or an opinion, we can use the passive form of a reporting verb inside of the sentence, okay? We omit the agent because we know that is some people or many people. ¿Listo? Como yo no voy a repetir some people or many people, I am going to use an it clause. ¿Listo? It was explained, or it is explained, it is said, or it has been rumored. I can use these reporting clauses in the passive with almost all the time verb tenses that we have in English. ¿Listo? And we're going to still use verbs como announce, confirm, deny, estimate, maintain, observe, reveal, rumor, suggest, and understand. ¿Listo? So we're going to say, it was explained that the device emits a sound that irritates young people. It is said that the video ran for over 9 months. And number 3, it has been rumored that a monster was living in the forest. Fíjate que aquí yo no estoy mencionando quién lo dijo. Right? We just say, it was explained, como si nosotros en Spanish dijéramos, se explicó, se dijo, o se está diciendo. ¿Cierto? O se ha dicho, depending, of course, on the tense that we are using in English. Okay? Questions
Okay.
about it? Clear?
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
Ah, bueno, listo, good. I was getting worried. Okay, nice. So, as I told you, we can report in almost all the tenses, right? Using the passive. So we're going to check them, the different tenses, okay? We can start with simple present. And in this case, we're going to use verb be, because in passive, we use verb to be, okay? And the past participle. So we're going to say, it is suggested that. It is understood that. So we're using verb to be. Fíjate que we start with it to mention people say, or somebody says, or many people, right? It is suggested, past participle, that passengers report anything suspicious to the driver. So there is an expectation over here for you as a passenger to do something. It is understood that some people have a higher level of intuition than others. Okay? We can also use simple past to report those ideas or beliefs. In this case, we're going to use the past form of the verb to be and still the past participle. ¿Listo? In passive, we always use past participle. My subject is going to still be it. It was flatly denied that nuclear submarine had been lost in the Arctic Ocean, or it was announced that the lost city of Atlantis had been discovered on April Fool's Day in 1980. Are you familiar with April Fools?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
first day of April.
exactly, which is celebrated in the English-speaking countries, pero, for example, in Colombia, we don't celebrate it on April the 1st, right? We have it in November 28th, I think.
December.
Oh, in December?
Yeah.
When what?
28. 20,
December what?
28.
I see. I thought it was November. Bueno, yeah, that is
Yeah,
the...
the Day of Innocence.
Yeah, exactly. You as if de los Santos Inocentes. No, the Innocence Day, right. Uh-huh. Okay, so still past, verb to be in past participle of the reporting verb that I am using, and then I continue the sentence. Questions about them?
No.
No vocabulary?
Yeah. What is flatly? Flatly.
Flatly,
Flatly.
flatly. So it is completely.
Okay.
Okay, like when you say, let me think about it in Spanish. Se negó rotundamente. Sí. Okay, it was
Okay.
flatly denied that. Chin, 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 chin. Okay, it's very British. Flatly denied. Okay, pero in this
Okay.
case, you are emphasizing that is completely denied. Okay,
Okay.
are you familiar with the word denied?
Yeah.
When you say no, right?
Yes.
Okay, listo, good. Let's see more tenses. So with present perfect, still, we can make the reporting passive, the reporting clause in passive, and we're going to use have or has because it's a perfect tense, ¿cierto? Verb to be with the being and then the past participle of the reporting verb. So we have, it has been estimated that the construction of Stonehenge took over 20 million hours. Or number two, it has been revealed that a fast food restaurant discontinued a favorite hamburger as a publicity stunt. Okay. It works in the same way as a present perfect sentence. Listo, es an experience or something that happened very recently in the past. Okay, you follow the same rules about meaning. Okay. We can also use the past perfect, same using had, been, and the past participle of the reporting verb. It had been rumored that a monster was living in the lake, or it had been estimated that 1 out of 10 people falls for internet scams every year. In Colombia, I would say more of internet or call scams. Questions about the words or about the tenses?
Stand.
Publicity stunt, something that is unreal, like when you are being cheated. How do we call that? Yeah, that is a trick. That's something bad, como un engaño.
Okay.
Okay, that's a publicity stunt. In Spanish, we call it, there is a word that we use in Spanish for that, publicidad engañosa.
Okay.
That's a publicity stunt. So something that is not real, that's fake. Okay. Any other?
No.
No. Okay. Questions about the tenses?
No.
Either? No. Okay, listo, good. Modals. Remember that we in English loves modals, right? We always use modals.
Yes, a lot.
So it couldn't over here. Well, no, let's check the structure first. I got a little bit advanced over here. So still, we're starting with it, then the modal, verb be, in the infinitive form, in the base form, listo, no infinitive, porque sigo infinitive, it has to have two, and over here we don't have a two, in the base form. And then the past participle. It couldn't be denied that many mysteries elude scientific understanding. Or it can't be denied that ancient civilizations possessed knowledge lost to us today. So over here we have the negative form of the modal, okay? And then we have be denied in this case, okay? But we could also express something in positive way, like it can be agreed that, for example, talking about soccer, that the Colombian soccer team plays badly. No, I think they're playing bad, right? Lately. I don't know if you agree with me on that one. Pero lately, they're not playing very good. Okay. And then remember that modals also have past forms, ¿cierto? So we can also use a past modal using the modal. In this case, we're going to add have, been, and the past participle, the reporting verb, okay? It should have been confirmed that, and it should have been revealed that, as a way like to express something that you should have done before, right? So let's see the example. It should have been confirmed that the flight would be delayed. Or it should have been revealed that the politician was deceiving the nation. Questions about them?
No.
Words?
No.
Okay.
Elude?
Avoid.
Okay.
It's more formal, very formal. And you could also use the word evade, which is very similar to Spanish, right? Evade. Yeah. So it's when you are escaping or avoiding to do something.
Okay.
Okay, good. Any other?
No.
Listo, good. So if you notice, there are lots of different forms to make a reporting clause in passive. Listo? This is very, very common in English, especially when we speak or write, okay? So this is something important to learn. Lo vas a ver everywhere, okay? Especially when you talk about beliefs, about cultural situations, that's when you can use it, okay? Let's see some examples over here. A company has produced a device designed to chase away loitering children and teenagers. It was explained that the device emits a sound that irritates young people. So over here we have the context of an example. Number two, it's been confirmed that if an egg is placed directly between two cell phones that are in talk mode, the egg will be cooked in about an hour. Did you know that?
No.
That you can cook an egg? I think I have heard of it. I have never tried it, pero you have to, pero es que, ush, that's a lot of time, no?
Yeah.
An hour. It's better to place the egg on water and boil it.
Yeah.
Okay. A candy company is selling lollipops. You know what are lollipops? Como bombón.
Yeah.
That's a lollipop. With a variety of insects inside, including crickets, ants, and scorpions. It is claimed that the lollipops are actually quite tasty. Would you try a lollipop like that?
Maybe. It's strange, but maybe.
You would try. Well, people say that, bueno, pues in Santander, people eat ants, right?
Yeah.
And some people eat crickets in Asia. Entonces, pues, that could be an option, right?
Yes.
Why not? Okay. And it was reported that a website broadcast live video of a wheel of cheddar cheese as it ripened. it is said that the video ran for over 9 months. So you see, there is information over here, and we're using the passive to express those actions or situations that are happening, okay? Entonces, we are reporting these clauses in the passive to mention or to report the general claim or opinion of people about situations, okay? Entonces, acuérdate that we don't use some people, but we say it. Listo? Or many people, but it. It was explained, it was claimed, it was reported, or it is reported. Mira, it has been confirmed that, it was explained that, okay? Or it is claimed that. Entonces, lots of possibilities. Okay, questions about anything over
Okay.
here?
Where is ripeness?
Ripen, when it goes back, do you see the color of the cheese?
Yeah.
Entonces, when it is ripened, it is going to, let's say, to mature. Like, think about a banana, right? When the
Okay.
banana is black, is ripened.
Okay.
¿Cierto? In the case of the cheese, it happens the same, but well, it starts to become moldy, right?
Yes.
So yeah, when the fruit or the food gets mature, right?
Okay.
Listo. Any other?
No.
Listo, good. Ready to practice? Bueno, over here we have the same one. And remember that in this case, we have to use the reporting verbs. ¿Listo? No es como que yo pueda decir como it is played or it is read or cosas así. No, we have to use the reporting verbs. ¿Listo? It doesn't work with any type of verbs. No. Okay.
Okay.
And usually in passive, we have an agent, ¿cierto? To mention the person, but we already said that we omit it because it means that it's some people or many people. Entonces, we don't need to mention the agent. Okay?
Okay.
Listo, ahora sí. Ready to practice? Ay, ahora sí, did you see the timer?
Yes.
You see, I thought about it porque yo lo había puesto, okay. Entonces, friend, can I take away this one? No. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so the idea over here is that we can rewrite the statements that we have over here using a reporting clause in passive, of course, using it as the subject of the clause. So over here we have an example. People estimated that 50% of the population believes in ghosts. So we are going to say, it is estimated that 50% of the people believes in ghosts. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. Some sources said that the idea of horseshoes being lucky dates back to the ancient Greeks. Many claim that some people can communicate with plants. People once thought the sun moved around the earth. And then some sources have reported that practical jokes on April 1st are becoming less common. Okay? So we're going to do number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 only. Okay?
Okay.
So these ones. Questions about the words, maybe?
Horse host is herradura, yeah?
Horseshoes. Remember that people usually use it a lot. Remember? I don't think it's very common nowadays, but people use them a lot in the houses, right? To
Yes.
like attract luck. Mhm. Any other? Here are lots of possibilities because you can use any type of reporting verb, okay? Entonces don't worry about it. You can be creative.
Okay.
Ready to start it?
Yes.
Okay. Right here we have 5 minutes. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stop my lovely aquarium. Okay, so let's check the statements that you use, the reporting clauses. Okay, please read number 2.
It is said that the idea of horseshoes being lucky dates back to the ancient Greeks.
Okay, said
Said.
pronunciation. Okay,
Okay.
said. The idea of first. What happened here?
The dyslexia.
Instead of words, listo, pero no, good. It happens to me sometimes. Okay, being, remember? Be and then ing. Please
Yeah.
notice that you always have to place the ing, okay? It has happened to me a lot, don't worry, pero just for you to check, okay? And pronunciation, ancient, okay?
Ancient.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me check. Ancient. So you can write ancient pronunciation and yeah, ancient. Entonces, over here,
Okay.
sometimes with some words, tenemos this tool from Google, okay? It doesn't work with all the words, pero bueno, with some of them, yes. Here they tell you how they sound, no in Spanish, but in English. Ancient,
Ancient,
ancient. And you can make it slow,
ancient,
ancient. And you can change the pronunciation, maybe if you are interested in British.
ancient,
Ancient or ancient. ¿Listo? So
Okay.
this is a tool, and here
ancient,
they show you how to move the tongue, which is kind of cool in my opinion. But this is a tool that you can use, okay, for pronunciation. Listo, ancient Greeks. Okay, good. Number 2. Go ahead and read it.
It is claimed that some people can communicate with plants.
There you go. Good. Very nice. Okay, number 4.
It is rumored that the sun moved around the earth.
The earth.
The earth.
Remember that we say the when we have a vowel here.
Yeah.
Listo. The earth. Okay, listo. Good. And number 5, which I place it over here.
It has been reported that practical jokes on April 1st are becoming less common.
Listo. Good. Questions about them?
No.
Listo. Good. Now we're going to practice with specific tenses. Okay. Entonces, remember that we can also use these reporting verbs and we can use it in different tenses and with different types of verb forms, okay? Reporting clauses in the passive are used in written and formal language, formal English, okay? Not very common in conversations, pero yo lo he escuchado in conversations, okay? Especially like on the news. Maybe not on everyday conversation, like in normal conversations, pero pues there is a possibility that you can use it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to practice it that with different tenses. Okay. This is over here we have in the example, the lost city of Atlantis has been discovered on April Fool's Day, 1980. And we have the reporting verb announce and simple past. So I'm going to transform it. It was announced that the lost city of Atlantis had been discovered on April Fool's Day, 1980. Listo? So we're going to make the it statement with the reporting verb and the tense. So number 2, a fast food restaurant discontinued a favorite hamburger as a publicity stunt. And we have reveal and present perfect. Number 3, some people have a higher level of intuition than others. Understand and simple present. Number 4, crop circles, patterns created by flattening crops are a clever hoax. And we have candy night and present modal. ¿Listo? 5, the moon's pull on the earth affects the ocean tides. We have maintained and simple present. The politician was deceiving the nation, and we have should reveal and past modal. A positive attitude was an important part of his cure. We have observed and simple past, and 1 out of 10 people falls for internet scams every year, and we have estimate and past perfect. Entonces, we're going to do number 2, number 3, number 4, and we're going to do hasta el number 6, okay? And number 6, so we practice the past modal. Listo, 7 and 8? Not really. Okay?
Okay.
Questions about words?
Yeah.
Tell me.
What is flattening?
Flattening. When you have something that it doesn't have a surface. Entonces, let me show you. Ay, no, nos va a aparecer this one. Wait, because it's not writing. Flattening. Ay, ahora se me perdió. Where is it? On number 4. A ver, double T. Look, when you
Okay.
make something plain, okay? So for example, you have a flattened box. ¿Listo?
Okay.
To make something flat. Flattening crops. And do you know what are flattening crops?
No.
Let me show you. I always flattening crops. So when you flatten a crop is when you make the crop or the grass or the plants flat so you can make figures. These are the flattening, the circle crops, which are made of flattening the plants.
Yeah.
Listo? Like something like this, right? Or more elaborated when there are circles and things like this. Okay?
Okay.
Some of them are done like manually, like over here and over here. And there are some others with which people think that they were made by ovnis or,
Yeah.
yeah. I was going to say artificial intelligence, pero no, made by extraterrestrial things, right?
Yes.
Aliens and things like that. Ready, entonces?
Yes.
5 minutes then. Go ahead. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I was just organizing this. Okay. Please go ahead and read number 2.
It has been revealed that a fast food restaurant discontinued a favorite hamburger as a publicity stunt.
Listo, okay, good. Number 3.
It is understood that some people have a higher level of intuition than others.
Okay, good. Number 4.
It can be denied that corrupt circuits patterns created by flattening curves are a clever hoax.
Clever hoax.
Clever hoax.
Hoax, a scam, or something that is not real. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Number 5.
It is maintained that the moon's fall on the earth affects the ocean tides.
Ocean.
Ocean.
Ocean tides. Okay. Are you sure about maintain? It is maintained that the moon's
Yeah.
earth affects. Okay. Not doesn't sound very normal, como common, pero okay. Number 6.
It should have been revealed that the politician was deceiving
Deceiving.
the nation.
Cheating, no?
Yeah.
Doing something that is not good or, Okay, so we have this one in simple present. Okay. It has been revealed. Okay, listo. Yes, there is. Listo, ya. Okay. Questions about them?
No.
Good.
Yes.
Did you learn how to express the general truth, beliefs, opinions of people?
Yeah.
Using reporting verbs and passive?
Yes.
I think you did pretty well. Okay, good. So we did accomplish the objective of the class. Okay, questions? Any other type of questions, maybe?
No.
Okay, listo, good. So thank you for being in class with me today.
Thank you, teacher, for the class.
Okay.